Hi, I'm Linda, and this is No Frills ASMR. I got the bar. I've got the bar on my desk. I thought today maybe we could mess around with trying to create a little espresso slash type of cocktail. I think it'll have espresso in it for the holidays. So it's just be something fun to do. Now, the only liquor I have in my house, and actually I think they're going to work okay, is Kahlua, triple sec, a little thing of rum, and Frangelico. I can think of things to do with that, so hopefully we can make this work. Over here I have, this is called an espresso. Excuse me. Cities, I think is what it is. And it's one of the original line espresso machines. Nespresso, sorry, not espresso. Nespresso. And to get it going, you press the button here and it'll blink. And when it stops blinking, it's heated up and ready to go. So I'll just get that started. I picked this up, by the way, because I know one person in the comments was mad that I purchased this after knowing that Nestle is a bad company. I just want to say about that. This I bought on eBay. And by the way, I think I got it for like $50 shipped. And I cleaned it and made sure it was all working properly. And so that was a very good deal, I felt like. And then I've been buying these. The good thing about the OG, the older Nespresso models, they use these small aluminum capsules. The newer ones, like the Virtuo or whatever they're called, they use a bigger capsule that has like a UPC, I don't know, it has a code that a computer can read. These ones don't do all that. So they've gone off of whatever you want to call it, copyright or whatever, patent. So now anybody can make them. So I have gotten Lisavo, is that what it is? And I've gotten Starbucks. But one time I ordered these Amazon Fresh Pods. And I ordered it was a mix of all espresso dark pods. And it was like $13. On Black Friday, these went on sale for $11. And you get 50 pods. That is a really good price. And I know I'm probably not a fine coffee connoisseur, and other people may have other opinions, but I think these are good, and it says product of Belgium. They're Nespresso compatible capsules. I don't know, guys. I thought they tasted fine. But this time I ordered the espresso dark, medium, and light roast. And I don't know what to use for this. Maybe I'll try. I've never tried their light because I've only gotten the dark ones. So let's see. It's the orange. I pulled it out the first time. How about that? Okay. So they're in here. You go. And then there they are. And they are copies of the Nespresso brand. Oh, that one's got a little tiny dent, but it's got a couple dents. But it'll probably work okay. All right, so you pop this open, and you put your pod in there, and close it up. And then we're going to hit the button. But I think first, I'm going to put some, this is called an arancino, I think. Mine, it's attached to the machine. I'm going to put some milk. I have some plain old 1% milk. Oh, wait, hold on. Back up a minute. I was thinking about this before I did it. So I normally make mine without, this is the frother, and this keeps the milk moving so it doesn't burn because this heats the milk up. And without this, it moves it so it's very smooth. But if you put this spring on, then you get more of a foam, like a real foam. I don't get that foamy for my everyday coffee, but I think for what we're doing right now, making a cocktail, it might be fun to have it foamed. So I'm going to put the spring back on. And then this is a magnet. And you put it in here and it just clicks and magnets onto the bottom. It's pretty cool. Now, this is called Natural Bliss. There are other versions, like Trader Joe's has an organic one that I usually use, but it's real milk and cream. The Trader Joe's ones, I think the ingredients are milk, cream, sugar. This one's got something else in it. What is this one? Let's see. Skim milk, cream, sugar, natural flavor. I don't know why it needs natural flavor, but okay. I like this for using in the little arancino because it makes it sweet coming out. It blends it. It's really nice. But this for me is far too sweet, like far too sweet. So I use mostly milk. And then normally I don't even use this much, but I'm going to use a little extra since we're making fun cocktails. And then, oops, I pour just like a little of that in. Okay. And you put the lid on. You set it on its base and press this button. And that red light comes on, and that means it's brewing. Now, I will warn you, I'm going to brew the espresso. I might make a couple. Well, I'll just do one for now. I'll just put it in this cup. I should have gotten another one of these. Oh well. So there's a button on the left and a button on the right. The left makes a espresso shot. This makes what's called a lungo pour. It's a little bit more. For me, that's a little too watered down. I like it a little stronger. And it doesn't make much. It's a teeny tiny bit. So I usually, for my coffee in the morning, I do 2 pods espresso and then milk. And that's my morning coffee. All right. So this will get loud for a second. So just so you know. It smells nice. So we'll see how these pods are. Like I said, these aren't the more you can pay $50 or more for 50 pods. This was, I think, under $13 for I'll do another one. I'm going to throw another one in there for 50 pods, so a lot cheaper. A lot cheaper. Let's do one more. And then I have a few different glasses we can use. This is like a little coupe. I have a bourbon snifter. I've got a beer. I don't know if that would probably be too big. I don't know. Just depends. I kind of feel like these are the ones. I have 3 of these, so I'm going to definitely try those. So you can see the crema there. It's nice. I think it's nice. Let's see. All right, so I had this idea to take one of these, and this is something I bought at Target the other day. It's a chocolate dipped honeycomb candy, and it reminded me of something I used to eat as a teenager, but I tasted one. It wasn't quite as good. But anyway, I had this thought of crushing this up and then using it to rim the glass a little bit. But I should have done this off camera because it would be too loud. So maybe I won't. Maybe I'll wait. But I thought crushing these up and using it might be nice. But I brought some sugar. So we can just use sugar, or I have cinnamon. I have some just plain unsweetened cocoa. That might be good, actually. Let's mix a little of this with our cinnamon. It smells so good. I love cocoa. To make hot cocoa, I take some of this and then some of this sweet cream mixed with milk, and I put it right in there. Oh my God, something happened. Something went wrong. I don't usually use that frother. I must have put too much milk. Look, it like came out. I've never had that happen. Of course it happens on camera. Oh my gosh. I've never had that happen. Look, it like got so big. I didn't think I filled it up that much though. Oh. That's crazy. How funny. I should restart, but I'm not gonna. I show it to you. Warts and all. Oh, now I got my hand in the cocoa. Things are falling apart. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Oh. See, you don't get this on Martha Stewart. All right. Good enough. Good enough. Oh my gosh. All right. I'll clean this up later. I can't believe that happened. Wow. Now I got cocoa everywhere. Okay. Whatever. I got my spoon. Okay. It's fine. All right. So, what do you think I should use to rim the glass? A little bit of this or a little bit of cream? I'm just going to stick my finger in because this is for me. If I were doing this for other people, I wouldn't be popping my finger in there. So don't worry. If you come to my house for a cocktail, I will avoid putting my finger in your drink. Usually what I do is put a little on a plate and I dip it in there and then dip it in whatever I'm doing. I'm going to mix this cocoa with this sugar. That's what I'm going to do. And then... Ooh, that wasn't pleasant. Sorry. All right. However, if you come to my house for a cocktail, I don't guarantee there won't be cat hair. So that looks pretty cute. All right, we'll let that sit and set up for a minute. And I think what I probably, if I had to guess, will end up doing is I'm thinking, okay, so Frangelico, if you're not familiar, is a hazelnut liqueur. And when I worked at Red Lobster, my friend was a bartender, and she would always make me a drink. I think it was a Nutty Irishman. But I was like, I love this stuff. This is my favorite. So ever since then, I have bought it. It's a product of Italy. And it says, according to legend, Friar Angelico lived 3 centuries ago in the rolling hills of Piedmont in the shadow of the Italian Alps. Through his love and knowledge of nature, he created a precious liqueur made from carefully selected hazelnuts and other secret ingredients. Wow. We continue the tradition by proudly offering this fine liqueur in honor of his name. Okay, so which do you think will float? Because it would be fun to have it layered. I'm going to assume that because this has sugar, but it has alcohol. I feel like this will be heavier than this, but I could be wrong. So I think I'm going to try. I mean, look how sugary it is that the sugar has kind of... I'm going to try putting a little. Okay, that's probably pretty good. Oh, it smells fantastic. Frangelico smells so good. And then let's do... I'm wondering if I should also put the Kahlua in. Kahlua, here's the deal. Okay, here's Kahlua. Kahlua is a rum and coffee liqueur. It is very sweet. Very sweet. Let's just put a drop of it because I think it will sink even more than the Frangelico. Oh my god, I haven't opened this in a while. Oh, it smells so good. It reminds me of making White Russians in high school. Let's try putting some right in the center. See what happens. Oh, it turned it dark. Maybe I should have left it the other way. Oh well. Okay. And now let's try putting some of this coffee in there. Will I be able to pour it without making a mess? No, I will not. This is not for pouring. You guys, I've just learned that making a cooking channel is harder than it seems. All right, let's do. All right, hold on. I'm gonna drink this milk. Okay, the things I do for you guys, I just suck down that milk. We're gonna put it in here so that we can pour it easier. And then I want to do it. See if we can layer this at all. I'm not sure. Do you do it on the back of the spoon? Oh, that's not working. That's a lot of coffee. I probably shouldn't have put that much, huh? And then I'll try putting some of this foam on there. And then what? Should we put a little cinnamon? I think cinnamon. I also have this that I picked up at Trader Joe's. It's vanilla sugar. I don't really like it all that much. It's like they just ground up vanilla beans and put them in with sugar, and it's kind of, I don't know. It's okay. But this is just cinnamon. Let's just put a tiny bit of cinnamon on there. Or maybe not. It's kind of pretty. It looks like a snowball or something. I just like the smell. Oh, it didn't come out very good. What's going on here? Oh well. All right. So there's one cocktail, and it's kind of layered. Let's see how it tastes. It's the middle of the day on a Tuesday. Perfect time for a cocktail. Oh, it's delicious. Sorry, I'm like a buzz about how good it is. By George, that might be it right there. All right, I have this idea to try something that when I saw the triple sec, I was like, ew, I won't bring that because it's orange. But then I started thinking of those candies they eat in England that I've seen. And I still have not tried one, but they're called Terry's oranges or something. And they're crazy. It looks like an orange. This is wild that there is a candy that I think everybody in the UK knows about and nobody in America knows about. Not nobody, but it's not popular here. Although I have started seeing it more. But when I was at Target the other day, they had them, but they were like white chocolate. They were like weird. I'm like, no, I want to try the original. But anyway, so I'm wondering, what if I put triple sec? Oh, is that gross? Hold on. Let's heat that up again. I might want to brew one more. What if I did triple sec and Kahlua and espresso and cream and cocoa? So it's like what if I put some cocoa in here? So it's like a chocolate orange. Okay, I'm doing it. Let's try it. I don't have another spoon to take the cocoa out. I'm just going to have to wing it. We'll just put a little. can't believe that went all over the place. That was so funny. I never used the spring. I've never had that happen. I can see there's milk still underneath here, but whatever. Okay. All right. Let's try one of the more intense. They have espresso intenso, ristretto intenso, espresso, espresso suave. Let's try espresso suave. It says medium roast. Oh my god, again, I pulled it out on the first try. So funny. Okay. We'll make one more little shot of espresso. I'll put it right into here, I think. Hold on. This is kind of wasting. That's why I wanted to buy less expensive pods for this. And with the alcohol, you hardly taste it anyway. This is delicious. I want you to know. Oh my god, it's delicious. I don't even like alcohol that much. I gotta be careful with that. That's one of those sweet drinks that you'd be sipping and all of a sudden go, oh my gosh, not only am I hyped up on caffeine, but I'm hammered. Okay, so my thinking is we will, here, let's use a little of this coffee. And we'll put chocolate on the rim of this one too, I think, because I feel like that's going to be good for this. Little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'll do more cocoa than sugar, I think, because this will probably be plenty sweet. Alright, we'll let that set up for a second. Can move this one out of here. Alright, so what are we going to do? Let's do espresso, Kahlua, a little bit of triple sec, and then a little bit of our milk. Is that crazy? It may be crazy. Espresso. How much? Like that much? I don't know how much they put in like restaurants. I mean, that's a whole shot of espresso. You're going to be flying if you have that. I have some decaf pods downstairs. So if I make this at night, I'll definitely use decaf. So now this is also coffee flavored. So let's do like half one of these. This is a jigger from the 1950s. In case you were wondering, I think one's a shot and one's like a shot and a half or something. I don't remember. Maybe that's wrong. Okay. And then let's do this. This might be disgusting. This is a cheap plastic triple sec. And I've had it forever. I hope it doesn't go bad because this is from when I made margaritas during COVID, I think. I don't think it can go bad. You know, it doesn't smell too bad. I'm going to use a little less of this than I did the other Kahlua. Ooh, that was a little more than I was thinking, but okay. All right. And then we'll put our chocolatey milk chocolate in and see how that is. Okay. See, there's like this extra foam because I use that, which is nice for this. For my morning coffee, I don't like it. I don't want all that foam. Okay. I don't hate that. Whoops. And then I think let's just take a little cocoa powder and we'll just sprinkle it all over the top. Oh, that's pretty good. That looks pretty cute. You'd pay $18 for that at a restaurant. The only thing I wish is that I had the layers. I'm going to have to learn what you put where to get layers. All right, Let's see if this is, I'm a little nervous about this one. Let's see. I'm not getting the orange. It's divine and delicious. But if I were looking for the orange flavor, I'm not really getting it. If I had a real, excuse me, orange, I would do the rim with an orange and then cocoa, and then serve it with a slice of orange that you could squeeze. That would be good. It's fantastic and delicious. Let me see if I mix it up. Maybe the orange is at the bottom. My heart's starting to race from the caffeine. It's wonderful. Delicious. I actually like this one better than this one. This one I think is better. But they're both fantastic. I can't wait to make these for my son and his girlfriend. I'm going to perfect this, but this is really good. This was triple sec, Kahlua, and espresso, and sort of a chocolatey-ish milk. Oh my gosh. Surprise. Surprise. Delicious. All right, I don't know if I can experiment anymore because I'll get drunk. I'm not used to that. Excuse me. I don't think I have any ideas. Like I was thinking with the rum of doing espresso, frangelico, and rum, but I think rum's too much for me. I don't think I can do it. I don't need that much. Oh, wow. All right, if you have an espresso machine, you're going to have to try these because it's yummo. I think you could go with probably this with the Kahlua. This stuff is pretty inexpensive, I think. And a lot of times with Kahlua this time of year and Frangelico, they give you free glasses or a candle. They have like gift packs. It's nice. I'm going to go finish that off. Anyway. All right, guys. Well, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you. If you celebrate, and or Happy Hanukkah, which I think is over, isn't it? Or Kwanzaa, or holidays, or if you don't celebrate any of it, just bottoms up. Cheers to us all being friends, whether we know each other or not. I'm gonna try this one again. Hold on. These are going down a little too smooth. They're both good. Oh, wow. I'm about to go for my walk. I'm going to be like walking down the street like super fast, but all cattywampus. Oh, I'm having this Christmas morning. I have just decided. I'm in love. Yummo. My son told me he ordered an espresso. I forget what it was called. It was called something else. At a restaurant in Boston. First of all, I think it was $18. But he said it was like ice cream. And he didn't know this when he ordered. It was like ice cream with espresso poured on top. And then he got it, not realizing. And it was at the start of the meal. So then he didn't want to, he just kind of let it melt. I could tell he didn't really, he was trying to talk it up like he liked it because it was like $20. But I think he didn't really like it. So I'm making these. And then for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I bought, and I'm not sure when I'll serve what, but I bought a ton of, I found these real big snow crab legs. So I got a bunch of those and they were on sale. And I think it was like $38, which for as many as there were, and they're like the big ones. So that was pretty good. I have some shrimp, so I make shrimp cocktail, usually on Christmas Eve. And I might make like a shrimp scampi too, like do a semi 7 fishes, but more like a couple fishes. And then I got also on sale. Like, why do I have to tell you that? I'm so proud of myself. But a first time ever, I've never made a standing rib roast. So I bought one. It's not very big because there are only 4 of us, and my husband doesn't really eat much red meat. So I have no idea how to cook that. I'm gonna have to look it up. I mean, I assume I just cover it in salt and pepper, put it in the oven. What's hard is my husband likes his meat. Like, he won't eat it if there's pink. He wants it done. And the rest of us are like, no, we like it not as done. So I don't know whether I'm gonna have to like cut a piece off before I start cooking or just give him the ends. I don't know, because you don't really want to cook that to gray. Anyway, and then I got some potatoes to make baked potatoes because I love a baked potato with sour cream and butter. Yummy, 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 yummy. Oh, and the other funny thing I got, I used to work at Red Lobster, as some of you know, and they have a biscuit called the Cheddar Bay biscuit, and it's just a biscuit with like a Bisquick biscuit with cheddar cheese, and then as soon as you take it out, you brush it with garlic butter. And I don't know, I was walking by the end cap, and they had the Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits in a box, and it was on sale for $1.50. And I was like, I think I need that with the crab legs because it'll be like going to Red Lobster. So I bought that too. You guys, am I drunk? Am I talking drunk? If I am, sorry. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm a lightweight. I better end this before things get funny. I'm sure it's psychological because I don't think that this is like super high out. Like this, what is this, 30 proof? I don't think that's a lot, is it? What is this? Hold on. But I definitely am feeling it. What is this? Product of Mexico. Oh, look, they have espresso martini. 1 part Kahlua, 1 part vodka, 1 part espresso. Mine's better. Where does it tell you how much alcohol is in here? Oh, 20%. Is that a lot or not a lot? I don't know. But I don't think that's a lot, so it's probably in my head. Anyway, all right. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I hope you all are warm and cozy. Not bad. Not bad. I just want to say thank you to everybody who watches these videos day after day as I babble. And for all the really nice comments, especially on my birthday. You guys, so many of you wished me happy birthday, which was so unexpected and lovely. I came home from being out that night and I opened up the comment section, like they give me the, I don't know, whatever, and I just see happy birthday. I was like, oh my god, that's really nice that people took time to do that. I was like, that's so cute. Love it. I loved it so much I called my son because he was the only one I knew was awake, and I was like, all these people are saying happy birthday. Okay, wow, I'm buzzing, and I mean like with caffeine. I bet you my hand's shaking. No, it's pretty steady.